channel, and welcome back to another episode of Life of Jazz. So I am back for another video, and we are going to be creating a shirt together. So we're going to be using the new Siser HTV Pro HTV vinyl today. I'm super excited about this vinyl because I've seen it, it looks very good, and so it's my turn to give it a try. So this is what the vinyl looks like. This is the HTV Pro HTV. This is a heat transfer vinyl. So the appearance on this vinyl is supposed to give it like a suede type of feel in the end, but look no further. If you're ever curious on how this vinyl is, how do you heat up this vinyl, how do you cut this vinyl, what does this vinyl look like, don't worry, I'm going to show you in today's video. So let's go ahead and get right into things. But if you haven't already, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on my channel, and let's go ahead and get started. So the supplies I'm going to be using in this video is the Siser HTV Pro HTV. So it comes in multiple colors, variety of colors you can purchase from your local store. I got the black color and I also have the white color. This is a heat transfer. So this is what this looks like. You're going to need your vinyl. I will be using my Gilden t-shirt. This is 95% cotton t-shirt, and this is the one that I'm choosing to use for today. I'm so excited to show you all how this is going to turn out. So I've not did a tester yet. We're going to be doing this together, and you'll see exactly how it turns out. And I have very high hopes for this vinyl. Okay, so now that we've had our supplies, you've seen our vinyl, you've seen our shirt, so now we need to move on to our laptop to go on Cricut Design Space so we can choose our design. So I'm basically just using my MacBook Pro Air that I have here. Of course, I love my rose color. It's my favorite. It looks very beautiful, but you can use any type of device that you have. So you want to go ahead and open up your Cricut Design Space so we can choose our design that we're going to be using for today. So now I have my Cricut Design Space up, and I'm going to prepare to upload my design. So as you see here, my design says crafting is my therapy, and that is the design that we're going to be using today. So we're going to select cut image because we're not printing for this one. We want to cut our image. And then we are going to select upload. Now we're going to select our image and we want to add to canvas. So our design is loading up here. I have our design here, which is crafting is my therapy. Curious to know what it's going to look like on your t-shirt before you make it, to make sure you have sizing correctly. What you can do is on your left hand corner, you can select templates, and then in your search bar you can type in t-shirt. That way you can have a list of all the t-shirts that do populate. So I just wanted classic t-shirt. So as you see here, I have my t-shirt pulled up here, and basically you can kind of just see the sizing on exactly how you want your design. Don't worry, whenever you print this, it's not printing out your t-shirt. You will not be printing out your t-shirt here. You're basically just getting a placement and getting a feel of, okay, well, where should I put my design at? All right, so once you have it in a location that you like, you're very happy with your sizing, you can basically, let me see where my t-shirt is. So on my right hand side here where it says classic t-shirt, I can take the visibility away. So now I can only see my design. So once you have your design here, and you don't even have to use the t-shirt, it's just there as a guide for in case you do need to use it. Our design here, and we've taken away our t-shirt. So now we're happy with our sizing. So now what I like to do is I like to highlight my design because I want to attach my design. That way everything is welded together. That way it doesn't matter how we print this, it will print in just one, and it won't print in pieces, and you won't have to piece it together like a puzzle. So we went ahead and attached our design. So now we can select make it. Next is going to ask me is how would you like to load all of your materials on this mat? I'll be using my Cricut Explorer 3. So I'm going to select on mat. My mat size, I'm going to use my standard 12 by 12 cutting mat. So we have our design here in our mat. So we've already selected our basic cut. We've already told the system we're cutting on our mat. Our material sizes are 12 by 12, and very important, we do want to make sure that we do mirror our image. So it's very important that you mirror the image or it's not going to come out right. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and select mirror. Now it wants me to connect to my Cricut Explorer 3. So let's go ahead and connect. Now that we have majority of our settings set up on Design Space, now we need to move on to heating up our heat press. So the heat press that I'm using today is my HTV Ront. As you can see here, I love this one. This one is my absolute favorite. So with the Strut Flock Pro, you do want to preheat it to 320 degrees. And we're going to press it for 20 seconds. And always remember, the Strut Flock Pro will always be a cold peel. You do not want to peel this vinyl while it's hot. It will completely mess up your design. Let's go ahead and preheat my heat press. Okay, perfect. So things are heating up here. And then so while things are heating up here, let's go ahead and prep our vinyl so we can go ahead and get that cut out. Okay, so now we are prepared to, so now we have our vinyl and we are prepared to put it on our cutting mat. So I'm using the 12 by 12 standard Cricut cutting mat. I have my Cricut rotary cutter that I'll be using. That way it'll help me easily cut my vinyl once I'm ready. And then I also have my frog tape. Now I use the frog tape because I feel like it helps hold the vinyl on my cutting mat whenever I'm using it. I feel like it's better because this is a thicker vinyl and sometimes it doesn't always stick as well. And I don't want to use my strong grip mat because then it's going to be too strong and get stuck. And that's not what we want. So let me go ahead and take this out. All right, so we have the vinyl here and this is what it looks like. So you're gonna have like your shiny side and then you're gonna have your matte side. So always remember with your Strut Flock Pro, you want to cut with your matte side up. So on your matte, you can go ahead and measure. Ah, perfect. Okay. And now you can see why I always opt to use the frog tape, because you see the standard grip, how easily it comes up. So no worries there. I'll go ahead and take some of my frog tape. And I'm going to tape it down. This will help me get some grip. This helps hold my mat down. It's not going to mess up your design at all. Okay. And so now I'm just going to cut the excess vinyl that I don't need. So I'm just taking my Cricut cutter and I'm just going to go across. Boom. It cuts it perfect every time. And this is my extra vinyl that I won't have to use, so I can go ahead and set that one to the side. And we're going to take my other frog tape and we're going to tape down the bottom portion. And this tape is pretty strong too. As you can see here, I've used tiny. As you can see, I'm pretty much using tiny areas. Okay, so as you just saw, I went ahead and put my Strut Flock Pro vinyl on my cutting mat. and this is exactly what it looks like. As you see, I only used a little amount of that frog tape. It works really good. So you don't want to use your purple mat when using the Stripe Black Pro, because then it's going to be too strong and then it's just going to be a mess if you try and do that one. So always use your standard grit mat when applying that vinyl. This is just the extra that I have. Again, you have your matte side, you have your shiny side. So the side that I have down here is you always want to cut the matte side up. So what we're going to do now is check our heat press, see if we are preheated to 320 degrees. Again, we're going to press it for 20 seconds and it will be a cold peel. So what I'm going to do now is, while I'm checking on my temperature, I'm going to go ahead and pre-press my shirt, lint roll it, and go ahead and get the moisture out so we can go ahead and print our design. We're at our Cricut Explorer 3 and we need to cut our design on our mat. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to load it. Cricut Design Space, we are going to cut using Everyday Iron-On. So we're going to select Everyday Iron-On, and for your pressure, you want to select more for your pressure, because this is a thicker vinyl, so you want to make sure that your cutting blade is able to properly cut through your vinyl. Double check, make sure your mirror is on. Okay, so while we're waiting for our design to finish cutting, we'll go ahead and preheat our shirt. So apply our shirt. You want to take your lint roller. Once I have lint rolled your shirt, you just want to go ahead and put your, so we can preheat it. Now while we're waiting for this to preheat, this is going to go ahead and take out all of our moisture. Now we can go ahead and take out our design. Our design has finished cutting. So what we're going to do is go ahead and let me get my weeding tool. So Cricut weeding tool here, and we're going to go ahead and weed out our design. So now our design is ready to be weeded out. So what I'll do now is go ahead and remove the frog tape, because we no longer need that. So now just be mindful that whenever you're pulling the Stripe Black vinyl, it's on here pretty tough. So you will apply a little bit of pressure of when you're pulling to get this vinyl off, because it sticks very well. Again, this is like a thicker suede type of vinyl. The design looks really good. I'm very excited to see exactly how it looks. Alright, so I'm really excited about how the design looks. As you see, it has a nice thick velvet texture to it. I know the camera doesn't show it justice, but it looks very beautiful, and we haven't even applied it to our shirt just yet. So we've already pre-pressed our shirt, and we went ahead and got the moisture out, and we went ahead and lint rolled it as well. So let's go ahead and apply our design on there, and let's see the final result, because I'm so excited to see exactly how it comes out. Okay, so we have our design right here. Crafting is my therapy. And now we're going to apply it to our shirt, and we want to make sure that we can center it. And I usually like to go about like three fingers down. So I'll start at the top, and I take my 3 fingers, I'll put it here, and then I usually put my design down a little more, because I don't want it to be too far up in the neckline. Let me just take a look and make sure that this is straight. So my design is on here now. My heat press is already warmed up to 320 degrees Fahrenheit. I am going to press it for 20 seconds. So now I'm going to take my Teflon sheet, place it over my design, and we are going to press our design. Now remember, this is a cold peel, so after your design is complete, you want to peel this as a cold design, that way you don't mess up your design. So now our design has pressed for our 20 seconds. We're going to take our design off of the heat press. We're not going to peel it yet because this is a cold peel. You do not want to peel this, is why it's hot, so you don't mess up your design.